Yeah, what he's saying, the base boxing basement, huh? The triple B. Make sure you like. Keep those sickening, gloating haters away. So, I don't watch much of the Olympics these days, boxing or anything. I mean, even the boxing I watch, but only the big guys. I ain't watching the women's boxing, you know? You got like 6 women's division and only 7 men's division. It's just pathetic. It's an insult. You know, they take away all these traditional divisions now from the game. So you got 7 in the men's, but they got heavyweight and super heavyweight, and they'll be the only ones I can be bothered watching. Yeah, start off. I mean, I haven't watched a few fights. I've just watched Delicious, Orie, right? Silly name, man. I know, silly name, memorable but silly. You know, or as Tyson Fury might call him, Delicious Corey. Huh? Maybe he should be called Bumlicious Corey. Because, I mean, I watched the fight. It was close fight, but I had one of the most biased, ridiculous commentaries I've ever seen in my entire existence, you know, that I can remember. I mean, it was just awful from the beginning, yeah. I mean, you see loads of biased commentary where you know, the commentator will pick who they want to win. You know what I'm saying? Or who is a promoter's fighter or the favourite fighter, and they'll just stick with him. They won't watch the other guy's work. But this was terrible. He was fighting some Armenian guy. I don't even know his name. Daviet something, I think. And you know, he'd beaten him before. He was expected to beat him, whatever that means. But, you know, the Olympic and amateur boxing is 3 rounds. You know, they go very quickly, you know. And there are a lot of close decisions, especially at this level of amateur boxing, you know. When you get to the top level, you'll get a lot of close decisions, you know. And the commentary, I mean, it was just nuts from the beginning. He would just... He'd occasionally pick out when the Armenian threw the odd punch, but he'd be like, I saw one 3-punch combination by the Armenian, yeah, including a solid shot. And what does commentators say? Oh, great combination by Orie. I mean, it was just like, come on, man. And in the final round, where the Armenian guy was you know, they were both quite busy, but the Armenian guy was busy. And like I said, they were all close rounds. And all the commentators said, oh, he's so laboured now. He's absolutely exhausted now, the Armenian. It was just some of the worst commentary I've ever heard. I don't even know if he knew anything about boxing. And, there's no way this can go to the Armenian court, or he's definitely won this. And he's saying this, like, before the end of the round. And it's just, like, nuts, man. And so... all these people, I've seen people on Twitter and you know, stuff like that who are going, oh, that was a grotesque decision. It must be biased. It's what's it called? You know, people say it's criminal. You know what I mean? It's obviously corrupt. So I'm like, these guys are insane. I just watched a very close fight between 2 world-class fighters. I thought the Armenian edged it. I thought he landed more shots. And he landed quite a few clean shots. Already landed a couple himself. I had no problem with the decision. I mean, I thought it was close, you know. If it had gone to Orie, I'd think, no problem. It's close, no problem. Yeah. But it was in no way a walkover. It was a very, very tight, you know, fairly fast pace for heavyweight contest. Super heavyweight contest. And it, like I said to you many times, it's the same old story. You know, it's like when people go to the pub and go, oh, yeah, I've been watching the women's football. They're better than the men sometimes, aren't they? I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're whack. They get waxed by 14-year-old boys, local teams, right? And it shows you how powerful the programming is on TV. People just repeat the same nonsense they hear. And all these people whinging, I can see that you've just been influenced by the commentary because it was so biased. It was so biased. But I've got no problem with people thinking, oh, I think Orie edged it. That's fine with me. But, you know, to try and pretend it's some corrupt robbery is just nonsense. Every time in the Olympics there's a close decisions, and there'll be a lot of close decisions. These are the peak of the peak in the amateurs, right? It's not like the old days when you didn't have to qualify. You could send whoever you wanted to the Olympics. Anybody could. And the countries decided, right? But then, of course, the USSR broke up, and there were so many potentially big boxing countries, Kazakhs, Uzbeks, you know what I'm saying? And as well as obviously the Russians, Ukrainians, they did, you had to, you had to do trials, and then you had to qualify for the Olympics. Yeah, you had to qualify for the Olympics, and I think that's fair. So what you got now, you don't have those old style mismatches where you just get some bum from Tanzania that no one ever heard of, for, getting beaten up by some, Cuban guy or whatever, Russian, whatever, US guy. Although I tell you what, the US amateur team has been poor for years, but or relatively, but. The rest of the world's caught up. You go to the, you qualify, you go to qualifying tournaments, and if you make it, you box. So what you have is a very high level of boxing. You don't get that many stoppages. Obviously, you get 0 in the women, but you just get quite a lot more stoppages. They also changed the gloves. The gloves now have a lot more padding on the knuckle side of the gloves that they used to, and they're made of a very, very soft, material that absorbs a lot of the power, and also because people are high quality. But this whole theme, and you'll see it on Twitter, it's a robbery. IFL was calling it a robbery, and Tebet and all these other idiots don't know nothing about boxing. I even had some idiot on Twitter going, Delicious initiated most of the exchanges, and he was always on the front foot forward. I said, it's got nothing to do with that, you blood clot. Firstly, those are always, in pro boxing, people think there's a factor. They shouldn't really be, but they're peripheral factors. The main factor is effective punches landed in the face. Oh, he initiated the exchanges, which he didn't. and he was on the front foot, so he deserved to win. I was like, mate, you don't know what he said, you don't know what you're talking about. You've got no clue what you're talking about. I'm just like, you're cringe blood. You obviously don't know anything. You don't know shit about boxing. But, that's the commentary. The commentary made everyone think Orie won easily when it was a very close contest. And as I said, it could have easily gone to one or the other. I had the Armenian winning, and to me it's the right decision. But I wouldn't have had a problem with Orie winning. What I do have a problem with is the biased commentary and all the people that don't know anything, that just get programmed by the commentary, repeating on their Twitter or whatever exactly what they've just heard. Oh, well, baby. And obviously Orie's a bit upset, but that's boxing. Oh, I'm sorry you lost. You could have thrown more punches. You could have gone for the knockout. You didn't get robbed. Sorry, blood. That's just the way it is. He's 27. He'll turn pro now. He won't get the, exposure now. He's gone out in the first round, but, that's boxing. And a bunch of English guys have gone out, and women who obviously I don't care about. I don't think a single English person's a British person, has got through. But I don't care about that. Pat Brown lost a close decision. Again, these high quality contests are going to have a lot of close decisions. And stop crying, man. Other stuff, Zhalolov won his fight and dropped the other man. You notice that every single guy from a Western country in the super heavyweight division is of non-indigenous origin. Norway had some Moroccan or something. Spain had an Algerian, or I don't know where all these guys are from. We had Delicious Orie, who's actually of Russian and Nigerian origin. You know what I'm saying? But, that's the plan. You know what it's about. The plan is to fill all these countries with people from other nations. Whatever. Oh, the German guy. The German guy is, I don't know, some African guy, It's a reflection of society. Sport and boxing are a reflection of society, a microcosm. The world of society. So, who else did I see? Oh, Terra Mona I liked. I don't know. He's only got one name. Terra Mona Jr. or Terra Moana. I don't know how to pronounce it. Terra Moana Jr. Originally from the Cook Islands, boxing for Australia. Cook Islands only got 17,000 people on it. I looked at it. It's a tiny place, man. He's a big lump. He's gone pro. He's had 4 wins, 4 losses. 4 wins. 4 wins by KO. No losses, obviously. He's got a solid knockout percentage of his amateur fights. He has been beaten by Zhalolov, who he's facing next. And that's obviously, You know, Jalolov is obviously the big test for everyone. He's a massive favourite. I mean, I'm not really that pleased with pros fighting, but you know, Jalolov is a pro. Teremuana is a pro as well. Jalolov obviously a lot more experience. He did stop. Teremuana. Yeah, I think his second name is actually Junior. If you look at box trade, Teremuana Junior. I don't know what his first name is. It's weird, isn't it? But it was a very soft stoppage. I looked at it, very soft. This guy, Australian guy via the Cook Islands, he's a big puncher. He stopped a lot of guys. Zalorov should win. You know, he's too experienced. But you imagine Teremuana will be, a big. Obviously, he's already turned pro. But if he does, if you get past Zalorov, he's gonna be a massive signing, and he should be a big signing anyway. He should probably go to America and pursue his career there, to be frank. But delicious Corey's out. But all the Brits are crying, oh, it's corrupt. Boo-hoo. No, it's not. No, it's not. Anyway, peace in the Middle East.